Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to show you a bunch of new lip products that I have received. Makeup Geek was so kind as to send me a selection of their lip products. So I have 5 iconic lipsticks, 5 Plush Cremes and 5 Plush Mattes to show you, and my first impressions and considerations after using them for a few weeks. Not a very long time and not every day. So I hope you enjoy, and let's take a look at the swatches. I am going to start by showing you the iconic lipsticks, and these are their, let's say, traditional bullet type lipsticks. They come in a packaging with an ombre of the actual color that is on them, and this is the beautiful, beautiful silver bullet. You have the name of the lipstick on one side, Makeup Geek written along here, and what is very unique and amazing about this packaging is that you have the shade on the top of the lid. Rare is a cool toned light brown with a velvet matte finish, and you can see it is very grungy, I would say, and maybe a bit too cool toned for me, but with this makeup I actually quite like it. This next one is called Naive, and it is a light peachy nude with a shine finish. This is now definitely too light for me, plus it actually settles in my lines and it's not really the prettiest thing for me. This next shade is Lively, and this is a plum with pink undertones and a velvet matte finish. I really like this shade. The formula is also extremely soft. You almost cannot feel it on your lips, and yeah, a beautiful, beautiful shade. This beautiful shade is called Elegant, and it is a classic pinup red with subtle cool undertones, and it is absolutely beautiful. It is in a shine finish, so it does not dry down completely matte. This next shade is Risque, and it is a deep vampy red with subtle berry undertones, and it has a velvet matte finish. Unfortunately, it is not the most uniform and smooth application, let's say. You can see it is still a bit patchy on the sides. I love the color. It's not the best application though. The iconic lipsticks retail for $15 on Makeup Geek's website and contain 2 grams of product. For comparison, a MAC lipstick is $17 in the US and 3 grams of product. There are 20 shades of the iconic lipsticks, and you can buy them both individually and in a bundle of all 20 with a beautiful little box that Marlena designed to fit in our Alex drawers for us makeup fanatics. And yeah, definitely one of the key things is the fact that you have the colors on the back of the lipstick. And the only thing is not all of them really match, let's say. For example, these are Risque and Lively, and they looked completely different on me, but the shade on the back of the packaging looks quite similar. So just keep that in mind, and let's move on. Let's move on to the Plush Cremes now. These are liquid lipsticks that come in a plush, creamy and satiny finish. They come again in a nice tube with a gradient of the color and the rose gold details. The ingredients are all on the back of these boxes, and this is the packaging. It's a beautiful tube with again the gunmetal detail and the name of the product and of the brand. The name of the shade itself is on the back of the tube again. And for size comparison, this is a ColourPop lipstick, so it's not that small actually. These contain 3 milliliters of product and retail for $14, whereas the ColourPops contain 3.2 grams, and for example Lime Crime contains 2.6 milliliters, so less and costs more. let's take a look at the swatches. I apologize for my lips, but as I said, they're stained from the previous swatches. And this shade is Jetsetter. It is a soft peachy brown, and it's a bit too light for me, I must say. I had to dip quite a few times to apply a good amount of the product to my lips to cover the staining that I had. So that is something to keep in mind. Also, the wand of these lipsticks is quite flat and long compared to other liquid lipsticks that we're used to, so it's not a traditional doe foot applicator, and I'm not sure about how I feel about this. It is quite convenient for application, however, it doesn't apply a lot of product. This shade is Socialite. It is a warm purple with brown undertones, and I must say it is a very in-trend shade. Not something that suits me particularly well, but something that reminds me of Jeffree Star's Deceased, for example, and that type of grungy colors. As you have seen in the application, I had a bit of trouble with the wand again, applying more product on the outside of the lip and then having to go back in for the upper lip because I couldn't apply everything in one time. But the finish of these is beautiful and they are so comfortable. This fun shade is called Prankster, and it is a bright pinky purple. And this is super crazy of a color. I really like it. Not on me, but I think it will suit other people very well. It's a very bright color. Makes me think of spring. It's very happy, let's say. This next shade is called Free Spirit, and it is a bright paprika red. And bright it is for sure. It's, I would say, almost a fluorescent orange. But very pretty shade. Definitely very spring. A little bit, let's say, not as pigmented as I would want it to. I can still see a little bit of my lips on the upper lip, but a beautiful, beautiful shade. This next shade is Trophy Wife, and it is definitely my favorite of the bunch. This is a bright candy apple red, and it is so gorgeous. And these were the Plush Cremes. I love how comfortable this formula is. It feels honestly like nothing on the lips. It will not dry your lips down. It will not dry matte at all. It is a different formula from the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lips, for example. It is more moussey and still more comfortable, I would say. The lasting power is not extreme, but they will last you easily from 5 to 6 hours, let's say. They do not stain the lips, these ones, compared to the lipsticks. And yeah, beautiful formula. Just keep an eye out maybe for the shades with some white in it, like Free Spirit, but that is always the case with lipstick. Now let's move on to the Plush Mattes. And these come in smaller packaging, but very similar to the rest of the line. You can see the Plush Creme compared to the Plush Matte. You have a smaller packaging, a smaller tube. This is a matte and this is a cream. You also get less product. The mattes are 1.8 milliliters, whereas the creams are 3 milliliters. These retail for $12, and yeah, let's look at the swatches. The first shade is Chatterbox. It is described as a warm, muted coral. I think it's quite bright. I think it's quite blinding. This shade looks a bit chalky due to the fact that it contains some white pigment, I guess, which, as I said, is difficult to formulate, but a beautiful full coverage lipstick. This is the shade Daredevil, and it is a brightened lavender purple. Looks a bit crazy, makes my teeth very yellow, but definitely something special if you are into this type of lippies. Another one perfect for the spring. not in my colors, not my favorite thing, but the formula is good. It is very opaque and it feels very good on the lips. This is Cougar and it is an intense warm magenta. I love this shade. I absolutely adore it. I would wear it every day with anything. It doesn't suit my colors too much. Let's say the red hair doesn't really fit. But I had it on in one of my Valentine's Day looks on Instagram and ombred it with Trophy Wife, and I love this shade. Beautiful, beautiful magenta. This is Marriage material. This is a medium rose pink and it is a My Lips But Better shade, I think. It looks absolutely stunning, very natural, very flattering. I think it will look good on a lot of people. And yeah, not too dark, not too light. Beautiful, beautiful My Lips But Better shade. And again, my favorite for last, this is Boss Lady and it is a deep burgundy. This is absolutely stunning, stunning shade, a muted dark red, yeah, a burgundy shade. Beautiful, beautiful shade. And these were the Makeup Geek Plush Matte liquid lipsticks, and I must say I love them. They have a very different formula than what you're used to for matte liquid lipsticks. They do not dry down to form like a film on your lips. It feels more like a mousse that dries down, let's say. And they feel definitely very, yeah, plush, I would say. You still have a bounce to your lips afterwards. I definitely like the applicator of the Plush Mattes better than the one of the Plush Cremes. And here you can see the comparison. On top, the Plush Matte applicator is shorter than the Plush Creme one. And that fits better, I guess, with the size of my lips. They both have quite some give and they are a little bit bendy, which is good, and they are not too fluffy, let's say, on the edges. So you can actually get quite a precise application. Just keep in mind that the tip of the applicator collects a bit more product. So you have to maybe use it on the wider part of your lips before you go and do the edges. The other thing that was a bit disappointing again is that this applicator doesn't pick up a lot of product, so I can do one lip with one dip inside the tube, so I have to go in 2 times, which is not the case for other lipsticks. The lasting power of the Plush Mattes is very, very good. I went out for dinner with them and I had a fine experience. My lips were definitely still there, and there is no butthole effect with these. They wear down very nicely and very evenly, and you're not left with the little sign on the inside of your lips. They do not stain your lips. All of these products have no scent whatsoever, so if that is a concern for you, don't be worried. Overall, I can really recommend these new Makeup Geek lip products. The color ranges are, I feel, a little bit strange, in the sense a lot of the shades I have received, but also that are available in the range in general, are difficult to wear. They are quite either bright or a lot of purples, and I personally don't wear purples. I know there's a gray and a blue, which are absolutely fun colors to wear, and that is very nice, but there's not a wide range of universal nudes, let's say. The ones that you saw today that I have are, for example, a little bit too light or gray, or I don't know, a little bit weird. So I find that there are only a few of the shades that really appeal to me, both on the website and of the ones I have, and I would definitely recommend anybody to pick up Boss Lady Marriage material, which is the My Lips But Better Plush Creme. And the Iconic lipsticks are a must-have. They are absolutely wonderful and they wear a very, very long time. Yeah, so these were my, let's say, first impression and swatches of the Makeup Geek lip products that released a while ago. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye!